Sheldon Richardson, what are some of the things that he brings that he can add?
He can add a lot. He's a quick 3 technique. He can get to the quarterback the fastest, which will allow the ends to do what they do. But, he's an excellent run defender, tremendous athlete, and he can help our D-line tremendously.
How much were you kind of championing at the bit to get back out here after you'd missed some time in spring and all that and weren't able to participate?
It's all about this today, day one. And day one is to get better, be here with the boys, bring it back in together and, love on each other. That's what we do. We're a brotherhood. And, it feels good to be back and out here with the team.
How does it feel to Mankato?
Yeah, a little bit, because that drive to Mankato was just like a woosah drive, knowing that you're getting ready for camp. But being here day one, I wouldn't change it. I wish we had camp here for the past 9 years. I've been on the team. So
is it different not all being like in the dorms? I mean, that's kind of a camaraderie to it. Do you still have that here?
Yeah, you still got that because we got the locker room. I think guys will stay here and really won't go take a nap. They may go take a nap, they may not. But, we still have that camaraderie. You find that on the field, talking to one another, figuring out things to do with one another. So we still have a lot of that.
With how good this defense was last year and then what you had in the offseason, as a unit, how much swagger do you have coming into this?
We got swag, but you got to earn the swag. You got to earn the right to have the swag. What we did last year does not matter, not one bit. It's what we do this year and how we prepare ourselves, our mind, our body, one another, how you compete with one another, how I compete against Limbaugh, because everything is a competition, how I compete against Riley, Daniil, everybody, we all in the competition together to get everybody better. We got one common goal, and that's to win football games. And we got to earn the right to have swag. You got to earn the right to be the man.
Everson, you mentioned this is your 9th camp. Can you imagine a guy like Terrence? This is number 16 for him.
Yeah, Terrence. Like I said in an interview recently when I was in New York, they said, "How's Terrence been playing for so long?" I said, first, he has no kids and he's not married. So people that have a wife and have kids, you know exactly what that means. So. That's why,
Where can this defense get better, Everson? When you look at, last year you guys pretty much led every stat. Where can you get better?
The fundamentals, the small things. The small things carry over to the big things. If you can do all the small things on a daily basis, right, and improve on all the small and fundamental things, I think that's where greatness is achieved, by a defense. It's always working on the little small things, getting better at the small things. Then the big things, they just become easy, they become fluent, they become natural.
Is that kind of how you based your off season then?
I think that's why I base my training wise, everything is getting better. With the small things, the fundamentals of my game, working my steps, working my pass rush, just small things, just stay in the groove.
What's the big advantage of being here as opposed to going to Mankato, going out of town? I know it's the first day, but is there anything you've noticed?
The advantage is my wife, I can see them, every day. They're 35 minutes away. I live 35 minutes away, my wife and kids. I do this for my family, and try to win a Super Bowl and, for your legacy, But, yeah, I think just being able to see your family. I got 3 beautiful kids and a beautiful wife at home, so she don't got to drive that far with them. And, I think that's family's everything. So just having them close it would be excellent.
How good was this to see Daniil Hunter get locked up?
Oh, that's awesome, man. Anytime a guy get paid and get that bag of money, that's what we out here trying to do. You're trying to take care of your family and, get paid, and he deserves it. What he have, 26 sacks in the past 3 years or something like that. He's only getting better. He's a younger guy. He listens. He's coachable, and he's only going to get better each and every year. He deserves it. I'm happy to be with him, both on the ends, and, he's still going to have to bring it because he's still got to beat me in sacks each and every year. It's always a competition. It always will be a competition, with me, B-Rob, Daniil, Limbaugh, Sheldon. That's how you compete with one another. That's where the fun is, and that's what we got to do. But the dude, he deserves it, and he's a hell of a player.
What benefit does it give to the pass rush and having Anthony outside a little bit more? We saw a little bit of that in minicamp in spring, and just kind of what he's might have taken from you or conversations you guys might have had about the role.
Can you repeat that? I didn't
just
hear
with Anthony moving outside a little bit, we saw a little bit of it in minicamp, but what could that potentially, add in just you guys' ability to get to the quarterback?
I think, showing that 5-down look, having 5 pass rushers on the ball, it allows us to give the offense different looks and have them slide different formations, to get the chips off of guys and let guys get one-on-ones and win the one-on-one battles. I think that's the plan.
Is the beard going to be permanent?
The beard is here. The beard is to stay.
Fear the beard?
Yeah, it's here to stay. Any more?
seen kind of over the years that as defenses kind of get older and get along in the tooth, they're not necessarily as effective, even if they're number one. How's this defense going to kind of continue to stay fresh and remain near the top of the league?
I think one thing that I think that the coaches are really talking about more is the rotation for the D linemen, keeping us fresh. I think that's a big aspect of the game. You watch a lot of teams out there at Denver, Philadelphia Eagles. They rotate 8 guys. I think because playing defensive line, you go up against, you bang in every single play. So being able to come in and get some reps off here and there, I think it's important. And it gives some young guys some looks. They go out there and they learn the game. I think the only way you get better at this football game is going out there and getting live reps. And I'm fine with taking some reps off. But at the end of the day, I think having that rotation is good. I don't know how many snaps I played last year, like 90% of the snaps. I played a lot of snaps, so taking some reps off wouldn't be bad. But you love what you do and how you do it. So it's all about competing.
You talk about those young guys. What's the balance of staying focused on your personal game every day versus helping some of these young guys and grooming them? Obviously, you're gonna have to depend and lean on some of those guys when the rotation comes along.
I think since being a vet, I got my must-dos. I stick to my must-dos, what I must do on a daily basis and what I have to do on a daily basis. And once I get through my must-dos and, hone into the game, I can lock in for the plays I'm in the game. And then when they have any questions, I'm free. I'm open to help them out in any shape or way or form,
You've had a really strict regimen of just how you get your body right as you ventured through your NFL career. Have you changed anything? Did you do anything different this summer?
Fundamentals. I always stick to the fundamentals. If you're chasing greatness, is doing the repetitive things over and over again each and every day. And that's what people get tired of, but that's what you got to get best at.
A little more excitement, eagerness to get back out here this year, knowing you were only one game from the Super Bowl last year?
Like I said, last year doesn't matter, not one bit. We got to earn the right. Teams, they make it to the NFC Championship, and then 12 years later, coach could be in the league for 12 years and haven't made it to one in 12 years. So it don't matter if you made it to the NFC Championship, to the Super Bowl last year. It's the only thing that matters is what you're doing today and how you're going to get better to improve to make it, to win games. So.